Yo, peace. What's up? Yeah, so this is part 2 here of the hangar. Remember, sorry, part 2 here of the Q&A. Remember to have your question answered. Simply go to the main website, halfoffootballsport.com. Link is in the description below. Scroll down to the contact us, put in your name and your email, and I will most gladly answer the question straight just for you. Let's roll. Wild Dongos. HH. Which teams in Europe for you have both improved and declined the most so far? Personally, I would say City or PSG have most improved and Juventus most declined so far. Bonucci's loss is proven to be huge. I would definitely say improved the most has to be 100%. PSG, I still don't know. Because yes, they've been balling, they've been doing crazy things, but look, I think we will know how much PSG have improved by how far they get in the Champions League. But without a doubt, I would definitely have to say, I think it's a combination of City and United. I think United have improved a lot. I think City and United have definitely improved. Roma watching Roma, I think Napoli have improved. Roma have improved. City, United, those guys have all improved. Barcelona have they've not really declined, but they're still at a high level, but just not as high of a level they were with Neymar in the team. Real have stayed the same. Bayern have declined. I do think that Bayern have definitely... Heinkes is definitely steadying the ship. I think overall, when you just look overall, I think from Pep to what Ancelotti was doing, I think Bayern have seen one of the biggest... I think Bayern have seen the biggest decline, I think, so far. But yeah, that's an interesting question. Nicholas, YouTube official Nick. Hey, once again, HH, great show. Keep up the good work. Keep up the content and the subs will come. I have a question. My dream move is for Kylian Mbappe to move to Real Madrid in the future. Do you see this happening? And what are your thoughts? In the beginning of 2017, he was flirting with the media and Real Madrid about a potential move. But in the summer, it broke down because there was no first team place at Real Madrid. He has said he struggles as a central striker, so he prefers to play as a winger, which is perfect because he can be a choice to replace Christina in the future. I think for Mbappe, I say that Mbappe is one of the best teenagers that I've ever seen. They're because I think someone put out like a little tweet saying that, who was better at 18, Pato or Mbappe? Does anybody remember what the hell Pato was like at 18? The fact that nobody remembers what Pato was like at 18 means that no one cares. It wasn't really that good. So, yeah, man, for me, 100%, I would definitely... Mbappe at Real, I think, would be huge. That is somebody they could think of, because you have to think beyond Christina. Because will Christina be still around in the next 5 years? I do think Christina would definitely want to retire at Sporting Lisbon. That is his boyhood club, his childhood team. And I think he want to spend the last 3 or 2 seasons of his career at Sporting Lisbon. So they have to think long term. So they need to really try and lock down a chance of getting Mbappe. But the chances of getting him from PSG is going to be hard. I think it depends on what PSG do. I think if PSG have a lot of success and Neymar really commits to them, there's no way Mbappe is leaving. If Neymar leaves, PSG do not have much success, there are issues, then I think Real have to swoop in and say, Mbappe, we want you to be our next marquee superstar. And I think Mbappe has all the tools. He might not live up to the hype, but definitely he has all the tools to be the next great thing in the next 5, 6 years, 100%. Noel Rooms, and I think for Mbappe, playing him winger or striker doesn't matter, but I think he definitely should fill the void of Christina as an attacking winger. Noel Rooms, hey H, this is my first time writing. Hey, I started watching your videos January of this year, and I respect and admire the work that you're doing. I remember you saying Portugal could be a dark horse for the World Cup. My question is, what are your thoughts on the Belgian team being a dark horse? They can give a certain level that can beat any team, to be honest. The issue with Belgium is that man for man, Belgium are one of the most talented teams in the world. If I'd tell you the team has Courtois, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Nainggolan, I'm not even sure that he's in the team or not, Dembele, Mertens, Hazard, Lukaku, Benteke, De Bruyne. That is ridiculous. So, man for man, they're one of the most talented teams in the world. But talent is one thing. It's about the right coach and the right manager. And I always said when they sacked Wilmots, They needed a tactician. You already have all the talent there. You don't need to be so offensive. And by getting Martinez, they have made the same mistake that they made with the Vilmos, which is that we have so much talent, we could just outplay anybody. But I said, no, that is the very naive approach to take. So I think that what will hold them back is going to be tactics. So in a quarter-final or in a semi-final, I'm picking an Italy over them. I'm picking a Germany over them. I'm picking a Brazil over them. I'm picking a Portugal over them. Because I just think that when it comes to tactics against tactics, they will lose. They will ultimately lose. So I just think that, Martinez I don't think he will have the right tactics to structure the team and make them professional and mature enough to navigate a quarter or a semi or a close game. But I do think that Portugal definitely are a dark horse. I think, if Cristiano wins that World Cup, man, I'm screwed. Max Okundov again, I think. Hey, HH, I've read a report that Mesut Ozil told his teammates that he'll join, potentially, he'll join United potentially in January. What's your take on this? I personally think if this happens, we will see the best Mesut Ozil because he'll have someone that's holding him accountable. He'll be the Ozil of Real Madrid, and there's the Mourinho connection. I think that'll be huge. I definitely want to do a video on this, but that's going to be huge. If Ozil goes to United, I do think that we'll see a much better Ozil. And I do think that you will see Ozil occupy that number 10 position, and I do think that he will definitely be a godsend for Martial, Lukaku, and Rashford. And we will definitely see Ozil in a better light. And because I do think that Ozil works better if you give him proper tactics in a more clearly defined tactical system, as you saw him for Real Madrid. So I think that would be one of the steals of the January window if he makes it happen. And if that happens, United are in a great position to really do something in the Premier League this season. Now, could he play in if he's playing in the Europa League? Could he play in the Champions League if he's bought in January? I want to speak on that. But yeah, I think that would be a huge coup. And also, I'm one of those guys I'm one of the biggest Ozil critics because I just don't think that he's as good as people say he is based on his performances. He has the ability, but based on what I've seen, he's been, pretty much useless. But I do think that under Wenger, we will definitely see a much better Ozil for sure. Okay, so this is a question. This guy's name is called Bendover. So excuse me if this sounds a bit Bendorish. So he says, "Hi HH. So the question for this week is, what is your favorite way to watch teams to attack? What is the best way to penetrate them tight defenses? Lube or no lube? If it's a team that I hate, no lube. If it's a team that I like, with lube. Simple as that. Thank you for your question. Very insightful. Daniel, hey HH. So on SPN FC, Shaka Hislop said you need to win a World Cup to be the greatest of all time. I watched that. I actually watched that video. That's why I did my own video. I don't know if he saw this, but then he got asked a question: what happens if Cristiano wins the World Cup? Will that make him better than Messi? He said no, which goes against his argument. So what are your thoughts? I understand greatest of all time is a tricky debate, but if hypothetically Cristiano wins the World Cup, don't you have to say he's better than Messi? If Cristiano wins the World Cup, put it this way, if he wins the World Cup, I would still say that Messi is the better footballer, but I would say that Cristiano is greater than Lionel Messi, if that makes sense. So just like how you said, charisma for me is technically one of the best footballers of his generation, but he doesn't have that element of greatness. And that element of greatness is about winning a World Cup. So I definitely think that if Cristiano was to win a World Cup, and people said he was better than Messi, even if I would not agree, I would say, look, I'm sorry. If he was actually to lead Portugal to a World Cup victory after helping them to a Euro win, even if he didn't play in that final, if anybody said that he's better than Messi, how can he argue? How can he argue? Because that would be a great stupendous achievement if he was to fully achieve that. Damn, no questions. PQ Disney. Hello, HH. Do you think Wilfried Ndidi is underrated? He's the closest thing Leicester have had to a counter replacement, and his performances since he arrived the last season were fantastic. In my opinion, he is just below the level of Matic, Kante, Wanyama, and Fernandinho in terms of best defensive midfielders in the Premier League. I'm really liking Ndidi. I mean, watching him for Leicester, but especially watching him for Nigeria, especially in these recent games that they've played, he is rapidly becoming a very, very useful and consistent defensive midfielder. Great with both feet, great control, good at tackling, great positional sense, can bring the ball forward well. I just think that, all in all, the guy is top notch, man. So he definitely just needs to improve on his game, improve on just his positional sense, and he can definitely learn from Matic and Kanse. But I'm definitely liking Ndidi for Leicester, and most importantly, I'm liking him for Super Eagles because he's going to form a very crucial part of that midfield alongside Mikel and Onazi. Patrick Mududa. It's your boy from Australia. I have been watching you since 2011 Copa America. Thank you. My two questions are, do you think DR Congo will win the next African Cup of Nations? Why do people think that African players aren't intelligent, they're just good physically? Because they're racist. Simple as that. Because it's just white guys just trying to be racist and just trying to be cool by saying that, they're physical, strong, they have no brains. Look, so far, those guys, they're brainless. DR Congo, for me, I'm very disappointed that we'll not see DR Congo at the World Cup. I think Morocco are going to get that ahead of them. And I think DR Congo are definitely one of the favorites for the next Cup of Nations. They are rapidly becoming the next major African nation. And they're very unlucky to lose to Ghana in the last Nations Cup. But I just think the team that they have, a local coach, I think they play brilliant football. They are fearless. And I just love their heart. I love their organization. I love the way I love the intricate way that they link up and play. So I just think they're definitely they're definitely a team on the rise, and I want to just see them grow. But especially, I want to see them keep their local coach. Mohammed No, what's up, HH? Do you think that an El Clasico will be good in the Champions League knockout stages or even the final? In the Champions League, last time they faced in 2011, Messi lubricated them at the crib, if you remember. Keep up the great work, stay blessed, stay black. I want to see an El Clasico. I'd like to see an El Clasico in the quarters or second round. I don't want to see an El Clasico in a Champions League final. In a Champions League final, all I want to see is the two teams from different clubs.